Having come from the country area, I always saw people around with birds and so on. So I naturally got interested in it. At some point in time, I decided, okay, I'm going to get into this as a hobby. You know, it gives you the opportunity to go out there and socialize and meet people and so on. But for me, it's a sort of experience where I could sit and listen to my birds sing, and that just brings on a bit of calmness, soothes you, relaxation, to almost a state of quiet passion.
It's something to keep me at a peaceful mind. You know, and if you keep you get you up, you have to be up early in the morning, you can't be late to sleep with serious. So the wife see an extra boost in my action with it, you know. You have to be morning early. I might take the good kid out to the yard one time.
Birds can be considered as pets. Huh? You have a number of guys who are in it for hobby and not for competition aspect of it. So the competition aspect of it, guys will take it a little more serious and take that extra steps to get their birds in that competition form. Whereas the hobbyists would come out and want to socialize and you know, bring out their birds and have a more social time with their friends and all talk and line. Some even go out and cook. Make it a line on a Sunday, cook and line.
Some people into the bird game and some people not into it, right? But people in the game don't understand how serious this war is that going on right here. If that birds will go up like that, go up on the pole with another bird, and one bird will stop him from singing for life. Right, so it is. The other one will just fall off the job and spread the wings and so on. That is it. In the wild, right? When two birds, let me say it also, two birds meet on a tree. They just settle it there one time, you know. Who is the dominant male, you know? Territorial. Right, so one, you find one will hit him and we just call a bad rule, fan him and the other one will just take off. Okay. But here is now, as we had them engaged in this close proximity now, they have no choice.
Some birds have more passion, so sometimes they're singing more than the next bird, and the next bird then tend to fold. They just call it fold, they just drop their wing, they just make a call like ek, a kind of get song, so they just fold the next bird. So they prevent the next bird from singing as it should. Of course, that's something we try not to promote. So if we see that happening, we would move them apart and give them the distance that they need to sing properly.
Until these birds don't really build that condition, that fitness, they don't get the performance. The bird has to be fit. Diet is most important. Diet and the exercise coming out and the sun and the regular shine are the same.
Shine is bringing out your bird amongst other birds to they're acquainted with other birds, singing around other birds. So it won't be shy singing against other birds and stuff. Yeah. That's what we just do most in shine. When you're practicing your bird like on one pole, if you have a one pole bird, you can practice it before a race or an event.
You basically have to do what we call in the fraternity handling. Handling is one of the keys to getting your birds to perform. That means basically waking up early in the morning, taking them on long walks, taking them on drives, taking them on a shy, meaning that you take them out to a ground and you get them moving with other birds and so on.
Someone could shy with their own birds, but it's recommended as well to also come out as often as possible to the shy on the ground side. So your birds would get different, so to speak, sparring partners. And they're not accustomed to one partner singing against that one bird. If you go in a competition setting, he would not probably want to sing to other birds.
Okay.
Right? He'll be accustomed to that one partner singing back. So he'll give trouble, so in our terms, give trouble to perform. The shyness enhance their ability plenty. Just give them certain type of seeds to help them pick form. It have tonics. They use plenty different types of tonics for different stuff and vitamins. So that just bring the bird to a better stance, a better form.
About 4 times a year, you would give a bird a room out. You would give a bird something for intestinal parasites, and you would give a bird something for external parasites. So you you're basically healing the bird from inside and outside, which will make the bird live longer and healthier.
This is what we call grass seed, which is found locally. This is given to the birds as regular as possible. However, during dry season, the stock is limited. During the rainy season, it's more abundantly found. This is very healthy and nutritional for the birds. This is what they eat in the wild. So we try to give them this as much as possible throughout the year. The grass seed business is an industry by itself in the birding community. This in itself, if you go out and you pick it, you will able to come and sell your produce at the shop.
The birding community is established with a lot of, let's say, spin-off activities. You have people who are bird lovers, and obviously there are pet shops that supply a lot of things, birds. You have cages, you have seeds, you have nutrition, that sort of thing. Plus, you also have people who will make cages and so on for a living. So it's spin off into something that keeps people having a livelihood, and sometimes a very comfortable livelihood as well. You could get into a bird cage anywhere from about $200 to about $2,000, depending on what you're looking for. It's the bling aspect.
Oh God, my wife watching. The most amount of money, well, to say I spend probably on a bird, probably $6,000. But I gain more. I sell bird for 10, I sell bird for 3. So it's not really about the selling and the by making of the money. It's about the enjoying of the birds.
Throughout the existence of mankind, we have had this. You have the Greeks and the Romans and so on would have put certain animals, even birds in cages and so on. So it's one of those things. I would say it's neither right nor wrong in my view, but I do have a view that if you put a bird in a cage and you're looking and you have a bird as a pet, you owe that bird a responsibility to give it the best treatment that you can.
The amount of birds in Trinidad is so limited. We try to promote the conservation and the breeding through the breeding program.
I think the Birding Association has tried to bring bird lovers and hobbyists and so on together to try to make the community stronger, to offer regulation to hobbyists in a very positive way, in that they're trying to encourage persons to get into clubs, to get themselves organized, to get themselves registered, and benefit from the services that the Birding Association is providing.
We've had up to 13 clubs, as far as Cedrus, St. James, Arima, Palo Seco, different clubs from across the country, joining our association, the Birding Association of Trinidad and Tobago. And through the Birding Association, we try to give the members a voice. They might learn from this one, they learn from that one. So it's a nice thing to be involved in, to keep the Birding Association and the birding game in Trinidad and Tobago alive.
You get that networking, you get that social aspect of it, you meet friends, you make friendships, you teach people a bit about compassion as well. Because people who have these birds, it's not just having a bird. It's really a pet, it becomes part of your life. And you would have heard guys talk about getting up 4 o'clock in the morning and spending time with their bird. It really does become part of your life.